Let's take a look at Dogecoin. Last time we looked at Doge was on October the 26th. Here is a recap. Yesterday when we looked at Doge was trending down after spiking up big the prior day. But Doge was able to cross over the resistance of this downward channel. And earlier this morning proceeded to run up to about 27.3. Retrace, Doge is trading right at around 27 cents. The 27 cents is a major resistance because the last time when Doge spiked up to 27 cents, it got rejected and the dip was very severe. Then Doge retested again, got rejected again. The second time, the dip was not that severe. Then Doge was able to spike up and cross over that, ran to about 28 cents. But again, seller pushed the price down. Then as you can see, the dip is no longer as severe. Then Doge retested again and it was able to cross over this again. So twice Doge was able to cross over this major resistance. This is an indication that Doge would likely retest, and the next time it should be able to stay over that. Also, another thing to look at is after it ran up to 27 and retraced, look at this support point. The low is getting higher, so you have this higher low, and that continue to trend up. So now the support line, it was like this, and now the angle is a lot stiffer. This is definitely showing that Doge is in this upward direction. One of the things is we don't see, or we have not seen, a big spike in price. The reason being is the volume is still low, and that's why Doge is taking its time. But I do believe that the minute those stabilize over 27 cents, we would likely see volume starting to pick up, and then that sort of like big spike up will happen. Let's take a look at Doge on this daily chart. Overall, all I can say is the chart is looking very, very good. The setup is definitely there. Again, we see the 10-day continue to trend upward, continue to lead the 50 days. The Bollinger Band is expanding and Doge is still riding the upper band. Volume is a disappointment, but I do believe volume will pick up the minute Doge stabilize over 27 cents. Stochastic oscillator is still showing this upward trend. So Doge is moving slowly, but it is definitely heading upward. The key for us is Doge needs to trade over and stabilize over the 27 cents. Once it does that, then we will see Doge make this major move and eventually reach our target price at 32 cents and then potentially run higher. Fast forward, this is the daily chart for Doge, and the data I have is 5:20 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on October the 28th. What a beautiful looking candle. This is what we've been waiting for the past 4 months. Finally, it happened. But anyway, last time when we look at Doge was right at this point, October the 26th. After Doge spike up to about 28 cents. Retrace. Yesterday, Bitcoin dropped, and that dragged Dogecoin down with it. But one of the things that I like, and I mentioned that during the live stream yesterday, was that when Doge retraced and dropped below this support trend line, buyer immediately stepped in, supported the price. The price ended up close right above the 50 days moving average and at the support trend line. Today, Bitcoin is up big, so the momentum is there. Buyer took over, and they drove the price up all the way to 33 cents. Very much hit our target price of 32 cents as part of the breakout of this falling wedge. The most important thing is volume pick up drastically. This is very important because with the volume spike up, this is an indication that buyers are stepping back in, and that could potentially be a sustainable run up rather than a quick bull trap. Let's take a look at Doge on this 30 minutes chart. After drop to about 22 cents, buyer took over and pretty much pushed the price up. Volume picked up drastically. Doge breezed right past this very important resistance at 27 cents, ran to over 33 cents, and since then retraced and consolidate. Now, if we look at what Doge is doing right now, after this big retrace, it's very much consolidate, trading sideways. And it is developing this little bull flag. And look like Doge is in the process of breaking out of this bull flag. And technically, a breakout of this little flag could potentially take Doge to about 40 cents. Go back to the daily chart. Doge reached our first target, which is right at about a 32 cent as part of the breakout of this falling wedge. But if we look at how Doge has been behaving, it was pretty much forming this very large symmetrical wedge. You see, it's creating all this lower high and higher low. Today, Doge crossed over the 27 cents. So technically, it broke out of this larger symmetrical wedge. The target for this breakout should take Doge to about 55 cents. The Bollinger Band continues to form out very nicely. The band expanded, and now Doge is riding the upper band. That is a very bullish sign. The most important thing is the volume. Volume is up, and indications that buyers are stepping in, and they are pushing the price higher. So Doge is definitely on the move. The key thing is this: Doge has to stay over this 27 cents, stabilize over that, and continue to trend higher. There's no doubt. Volume is up, so there is a potential for Doge to continue this upward move. So Doge would likely run up, reclaim this high that it established earlier this morning at 33 cents. And then the next resistance level would be at 35 cents, where it would be testing this prior high. Cross over 35 cents, Doge would likely run up to about 44 cents, and then eventually reach our target price of 55 cents. So after a long wait, I believe that the Doge is awake and he's gonna do this Shiba Inu move. I think Shiba already topped out and it's gonna start this sort of retracement, and the attention is gonna be back on Doge again. That's it for this video, and don't forget to click that like button and reward me with a like if you appreciate the content that I'm presenting. Also, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button and subscribe, and make sure you turn notification on. And if you have Twitter, make sure you follow me at Vietmaxim, because I provide constant update on all of our favorite cryptos.